Hi everybody. So today I'm actually wearing the crafts we're going to be making. So I hope you're loving the collar in this bracelet because I'm going to show you some of the coolest things. These are so on trend right now. I'm really excited about this, and really all you have to do is dig into your closet to find a lot of the materials you need and go on Paper Mart's website, and it's all so affordable. So let me show you how you guys are going to make this really neat embellished collar and this bracelet from just an old t-shirt and some cool Paper Mart products. All right, so to get started, obviously you're gonna need an old shirt. So go ahead and dig one out of your closet, steal one from your boyfriend or your husband as long as they're not wearing it anymore. Or we picked this one up from the thrift store for $2, so that's an option too. All right, so for our embellishments for the collar, we've gone ahead and chosen these really fun metallic rosebuds here from Paper Mart. And then some square 6mm gems. A pair of scissors we're gonna need. And then for our bracelet, we're gonna use this really fun jeweled ribbon. I love this stuff, it's so cool. A pair of tweezers to help us out with some placement. And then a glue gun, of course. All right, so let's get started with our really crafty part. So I'm just gonna go ahead and unfold this shirt. And this is really cool because we're essentially just reusing this collar. I'm just going to go ahead and start by kind of unfolding this a little bit so I can see where I'm going to be cutting. But we want to make sure we're just kind of following the seam around here. So I'm going to start just where the button is here and just go ahead and cut along the outside. Make sure you don't cut where you see the thread where it's sewn in there. You want to avoid that because you want the collar to stay intact. But it's so great because who doesn't have an old shirt in their closet like this? This is so fun. And you're going to keep the button on there because that's what's going to make it removable. So we don't need to really add anything else to keep it together, which is nice. So I'm just going to continue to follow this along here next to our seam. And if you do have a pair of scissors like this, these are fabric scissors as opposed to just your regular pair of scissors you use for things around the house. This is going to make it so much easier, and your cuts are going to be a lot cleaner. So. All right. Okay, so I'm going to put the shirt aside for our bracelet for later, and we're just going to focus on our collar right now. So cool. All right, pretty nice. Okay, so over here. All right, so I'm going to start with our gems here. So I'll cut this open and just kind of put these out on the table a bit. And you can do whatever you want with this. As you can see on the collar I made, or on this one, we're just going to kind of start by putting these along the edges here. We're just going to go ahead and follow the actual line of the collar there and just kind of embellish them a bit. So start by picking some of these up one at a time, and again, just be really careful when you're using the glue gun. The tweezers help out a lot, but you don't want to burn yourself here. Okay, so I'm going to start with the edge closest to the button. Just start placing these. And I put them right next to each other just because I like to have the whole glittery, edge there. But you can kind of group them in a certain way if you like that look more. It's really up to you. You might notice we have some stringy pieces as we're going along. Don't worry about that. If you guys have used a glue gun before, you already know this, but we can clean all that stuff up at the end. So it's really easy just to kind of pull those off. Okay, so I'm just going to continue to do that all the way around the edge here, just the outside and then the part of the collar on the outside that you're going to see, where it pops. All right, so let me grab one that I've already done a little bit more of here. I'm just going to show you this one as our example. All right, So I've gone ahead and continued with this one all the way around the edge and up to the top. If you notice, I didn't do it in the back. Maybe one of the first ones I did, we did, but you really won't notice, so you can just go ahead and stop there. That's really just the part you're going to be looking at anyways. So after that, I've just taken my rosebuds here, and we've added those to the collar as well. So I've already put them on the one side, and I'm just going to go ahead and finish up doing some of them on the other side. So some red ones. Move to our red since that's what this one is. Okay. And these are really fun. We have a bunch of different kind of rosebuds you can choose from, or other little embellishments from Paper Mart. Lots of different colors. These are really cute. You can use these for making a bunch of other accessories too. So I just kind of stick these really close together because there's not a lot of room on the bottom of this collar here. So I'll do a few layers of 3 here. Pretty quick. And then as I get closer to the top, I just did 2 because they weren't fitting there in 3. These are a really fun gift idea too, so keep these in mind for gift giving too, for friends for Christmas or for birthdays. They'll be really impressed with your crafting skills. And put our last one on there. All right, so now we have both sides done of our collar. Ta-da! And these are so fun. You can wear them with a lot of different types of shirts or dresses. They go with so many different things. And I love that they're just really easy to put on and off. That's why we like that button on there. So it's really, you know, pretty simple. Okay, but that's not it. We have the other part of our shirt because I'm all about using all parts of the buffalo. So I'm going to put this one aside, and we're going to go ahead and start cutting our collar, or our cuffs off then. All right, so I'm going to use, I have another shirt here. I'm just going to show you something a little bit different. So I have a white shirt, another one that we found. So same thing that we did with our collar. We're just going to go ahead and find that seam here and cut right along the outside. Again, making sure not to cut over the stitching that we see there. And then keeping the button and everything intact. I'm going to grab our jeweled ribbon. So it looks like we glued these on individually, but this makes it so much easier that we actually have a strip that basically fits perfectly for our cuff. We can do a couple rows if we want the whole thing done like this, or we can just go ahead and line it up with the width of our ribbon already, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and start by just doing a little bit of glue here on the one side and securing this down. And I'll just spread that out just to see how long I need it here. And I'm going to cut it right here, right before our button. That way it's not covering it, so we can close it off. Okay, so I'll fold this back, and I'm just going to do a couple maybe dots or lines, whatever we find secures it the best. I'm just going to kind of run a line of glue around the outside there. Okay. And then just place this down. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut the rest of this too here on the end, so we have a little bit more. And if you wanted a little bit thicker bracelet, then you can just go ahead and follow it up with another, you know, row of the jeweled ribbon if you want to make it a little bit thicker. So, okay, cool. So we have a really fun bracelet here. I like actually the contrast with the white there and then the black on top and the jewels. It's really cool. And same thing, we already have that button on the shirt, so this makes it super easy just to secure. And we have some really fun accessories that we spent very little money on. We just found some things at home and then just jazzed it up with some cool products. So I hope you guys love these as much as I do. I love being fashion forward, but I always hate taking the time to go to the store or spend the money on it. So this is such a cool way to be really thrifty. I hope you guys enjoyed making these. Have a really great time with them. And make sure you go on our website and our YouTube channel to subscribe so you can be up on all of our cool crafts coming up. Thanks.